Have you ever wondered why the world is so full of religion, yet the truth feels so far away? Let me take you back. It's the year 70 AD. The temple in Jerusalem is burning, the old order collapsing. Christ had returned in judgment just as he promised. The old covenant was finished. For the faithful, this was the real resurrection. They were gathered, glorified, brought into something new, the New Jerusalem. Death had lost its sting. The law wasn't just broken, it was fulfilled. The end goal of true Christianity had arrived. But what happens when the truth completes its story? Something else always tries to fill the void. Out of the ashes, 3 titanic religious systems rose up, each claiming God's blessing but all springing from the same old root. Babylon reborn. Let's name them. Rabbinic Judaism, Roman Christianity, Islam. 3 heads of one spiritual beast. Each promising truth, yet each, if you look closer, denying what Christ truly finished. Let's rewind. Peter once said, "The time has come for judgment to begin at the house of God." Jesus warned, "All these things will come upon this generation." And it happened. The faithful ones were raised up, death was defeated, and a new era of true worship began, no longer tied to rituals, buildings, or inherited traditions. Worship finally in spirit and truth. But here's the tragedy. The world clung to religion even after the spirit had moved on. What remained were empty shells, temples, churches, traditions, hollow without life. Those who say they are Jews and are not, but are a synagogue of Satan. Harsh words, but a real warning. Jesus had said, "Call no man father or teacher, for one is your teacher, the Christ." But did anyone listen? First, Rabbinic Judaism. After the temple's fall, it became a faith of laws and commentaries, a system of endless debate but no spirit. Jesus called out the leaders of his day, "Brood of vipers, you are of your father the devil." They had the text but missed the heart. Next, Roman Christianity, the so-called apostolic fathers, Clement, Ignatius, Polycarp. They weren't apostles, see? They built a hierarchy, buried the message under rituals, and denied that Christ's return had already happened. A new Babylon, just with a cross instead of a tower, having a form of godliness but denying its power. Then Islam. It tried to blend what was left of Judaism and Christianity, yet denied who Jesus really was, his divinity, his resurrection, his victory over death. Another law, another system, but not the Son. Who is a liar but he who denies that Jesus is the Christ? What do these 3 have in common? Rabbinic Judaism claims to be God's chosen but denies the Son. Roman Christianity claims to be the true church but denies Christ's finished work. Islam claims to honor Jesus but denies his victory. 3 masks, 1 beast. Revelation calls her Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. Spiritual adultery, abandoning God for systems, tradition, and control. That's what religion does, lures people away from living truth into dead rituals. But here's the hope. God calls out, "Come out of her, my people." He's not in buildings, not in rituals, not in human systems. He's spirit. Those who worship him must worship in spirit and truth. The New Jerusalem is here. The Lamb has conquered. The bride is complete. Will you come out of Babylon and live in the light? Let those with ears hear what the Spirit says.